Now, as with any mechanical project, you want to protect yourself properly. Now, this means safety glasses and safety gloves if necessary. These are specifically for oily projects, so I can get a good grip on all my tools despite them having grease on them. Just as well, if you have long hair, you're going to want to tie that back so it doesn't get caught in anything, and the same goes for you do not want to wear baggy clothes when doing this. Now we're going to go on to removing the cap to the oil pan. Be careful, as some components of the engine may be warm. Alright, now that we're under here, we are going to use a 5/8 wrench, which is appropriate to this bolt here, to remove the bolt on the oil pan. Please note that the catch pan is already in place beneath it. Alright, now after you have removed the bolt to the oil pan, you have to remove the oil filter. Now, you can't see this due to the camera angle, but I'm using a oil filter wrench to loosen the oil filter. After you've broken it loose, you can pretty well remove it by hand. Okay, this is the new oil filter. As you can see, it is a cylinder with a rubber grommet and then a threaded opening. When installing it, it is advised by some that you take the old oil and place it around the rubber grommet so as to create a better seal. As stated before, it's advised to take the oil and rub it around the grommet. I already had some on my gloves, so that's just enough to do it. Okay, now you have to find where to place the oil filter. Okay, and just screw in the oil filter by hand as tight as you can. Okay. Then, after that's in, and after the oil is drained thoroughly, you take your bolt for the oil pan, screw this back in, and unlike the oil filter, you want to take a wrench and get this as tight as feasibly possible. You might want to get a ratchet instead of a wrench. Make it a lot easier. There we go. And it's in. Okay, now that you have replaced the oil filter and drained the oil, you can now place the new oil in. Now, there are various weights of oil. In this case, it's 10W30 for this vehicle. If you're unsure of the oil or the quantity required for your vehicle, you can refer to your owner's manual. If you don't have an owner's manual, you can always look online. If you don't have internet, well, you're out of luck there, buddy. Now, this vehicle requires 5 quarts of 10W30 oil. Please note, I already have an oil funnel in place, and we can begin pouring. When pouring your oil, you want to make sure that you go at a slow and even pace to do while doing this. Okay, now we have completed the oil change. Now that we have done this, however, it is very important that you run the vehicle so as to check for leaks as well as circulating the oil. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.